Bunch of morons!
Has this ever happened to you? Well, fear not, for there is an easy solution for a broken joystick on a controller for the N64. Since they were made of plastic parts, these things wore down very easily, and as you could see on the TV, Link wasn't going very far. So, what's the solution?
Well, it's very simple. These joysticks, they're pretty junky. As you can see, I'm barely even touching it, and it wiggles back and forth. These are plastic parts, they wear down. So, the fix is one of these. These are a new joystick replacement from a company called Video Game Museum. They make joysticks like this for your N64 using the exact same ports, using a controller that's similar in style to a GameCube controller. So how do we install one of these? Well, it's actually very simple. First thing you need to do is pull out your N64 controller. See, we have one that's a little bit floppy. This one's in good condition, but we're still going to replace it anyway. All you're going to need to do is replace the screws from here, 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 and here. And when you do that, you'll have something that looks like this. It looks pretty much the same, it's just this green. It won't turn green on you, but the screws will be removed. So you can pop it out like this. And this is what your N64 controller looks like on the bottom. After that, all you need to do is pop off the Z trigger. Get your thumbnail in here. Pull out the controller cable ribbon, undo these 3 screws here, and just pop it out. And this is the one with the broken thing that I broke earlier. We don't need it anymore. So after you do that, what's next? Well, take this thing, pop it in here. Well, before you do that, perhaps we should plug it in first. Then pop it back in. Replace the Z trigger. Replace the screws here, here, and here. Then pop the controller thing back on. Put the screws back in here. And once you do all that, you'll have something that looks like this. This is a controller with the new joystick. It's also slightly customized, but that's me. As you can see, it's very nice. Springs back. Metal parts, so it's never going to wear out. And for gaming, can't be beat. When you compare it to the old joystick, you can see already the difference. Well, you could have had them in camera. The way it is, you see the rounded nature of this, you see the stick that pops in there and moves around those parts down there. It's, even at perfect, it's not the best controller I've ever used in terms of joystick power. This totally feels like a GameCube controller, except for this. This plastic bit feels identical in nature to the N64 controller. Same kind of plastic, same everything. So really, if you want the feel of an N64 controller, this is the way to go, because it feels on your thumb exactly like an N64 controller, except it feels so much smoother, and a lot more precise too. So now we come to the test portion of this, and this is the controller that I haven't changed the joystick on yet. The reason why I chose Zelda is because when I saw the original one, in fact Video Game Museum's video showcasing their product, they said that Link couldn't do the sword spin particularly because of the way the joystick was set up. that it was a digital readout instead of an analog readout. I don't think this is legit, mainly because I've played this game on an emulator before, and using a Logitech dual action controller, I've been able to do the sword spin. So, to show you, yes, Link does run around, however the buttons work and stuff. I can do the sword spin with the old controller. Now, does this work with the new controller? Let's find out. So, you got the new controller, you can run around, you can do stuff, do the arrows, doesn't really matter. Everything's super precise, and I love this thing. There is, like, zero amount of dead space. It's very precise. Moving it just a little bit, and I'm walking. It's really good. So, big question, can I do the sword spin? What do you think? So, this controller stick from Video Game Museum will do everything that this controller can do. 100%. There is nothing it can't do. The only thing it can't do is be crappy. This thing works 100%, very precise, and will never wear out on you. Anyways, it's been the Lazy Eyebrow Reviewer, and I hope I've convinced you to buy one of these, because it's definitely worth it. See ya!